All right, we are recording. All right, guys. So we are on. We got Sam and Derek and Mr. Saul.
Hello.
All right. So I guess first off, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Fantastic.
Let's talk about what we did last week. Sam, we want to head it off?
So, a couple of things came in mind. Number one, the short series I'm planning to start posting online. That's going to be the first phase. I have 21 shorts filmed, one edited, and I'm finalizing the version of the edit I like so I can just reuse that overall theme for the rest of them. So first edit is taking the longest. The second and third and fourth and so forth, it's not going to take as long. So my plan is to start uploading this week. And I'm hoping that, Derek, you and Saul, we can, actively engage with each other's posts. So we kind of want to coordinate that a little bit here and there. And then the second one I'm thinking in mind is like a long form video that I'm going to be posting on YouTube. I'm thinking maybe 10 to 13 minutes weekly basis. So I'm coming up with a specific structure and outline for that so it can be repeatable. So shorts are the first batch I'm going to start doing it. Long form is my next phase, which I'm probably going to be scripting and filming maybe in a couple weeks after getting ready for that. Just continuing with personal branding in terms of pretty much everything I do, whether that be what I wear. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I wear same thing every single day. The dark hat, dark shirt, like a dark denim jacket.
It wasn't just laziness. It's actually a planned out thing.
It's intentional. Okay.
Intentional laziness? Awesome.
So you and Zelensky, huh?
What is it?
You and Zelensky.
You and Zelensky wearing the same thing.
I mean, I don't know. Zelensky, I have a differing opinion, but I don't think it's appropriate for this part of the conversation, so I just leave it at that. But yeah.
It's like Steve Jobs. There you go. Like Steve Jobs.
Yes. Black turtleneck and jeans and a New Balance. That's for Jobs.
Although your jean jacket, is that a new jean jacket or a different one?
Yeah. So I had one jean jacket that was the Levi's one. And then this one I got because at some point I had to wash the other one. So yeah. So this is I'm not endorsed by, but this is Lee, same as my last name. Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
All right.
From you.
Derek, about you? Yeah.
Okay. Well, so what I ended up doing is I went on ChatGPT, or I should say Bing GPT, and started going through, and matter of fact, I just sent it all here to myself, so I'll just go through exactly everything that I did. I started asking several different questions and having an expansion on each one of those. I've got 10 essential topics from people suffering from depression and anger issues to related health, diet, and exercise for adults over 50, substance abuse, the field of special needs and child development, managing ADD or ADHD symptoms in adults, caring for aging parents with illnesses, basically some searched questions. I did about 10 to 15 questions for everything, and then I asked it to do a deeper dive. So I got a lot more topic. And then I also searched creating content structure that will get high engagement as well, so I can know how to organize these. And I'm embarking on the journey of spirituality, and then branding influencers to read and follow. So I requested influencers and people that I could follow under each of the respective topics. And then I deeper dive in each of those topics. And then I also got a structure on how to take the content that I have and organize it in a manner that is specific to each field. And I feel like that I could, the goal is to create an outline or a topic structure that is at least, 6 months. I think from our last meeting, it was, discussed that, yeah, you can kind of reinvent some of these same topics just in a different way. I mean, I think they're pretty deep. I've got 10 to 15 for each. I feel like that I've probably got a year's worth of content here that I can break up and piece together. Now it's just really a matter of diving deep into this and splitting them up, fractioning them up, and then really kind of spelling out, at least for the most part, like the next 6 months, which topics, have the greatest meaning to me that I'd like to start with, and then focus on that.
Awesome. So when do you think you might start pulling the trigger and recording and doing some of that stuff?
That's even a bigger question. I think I'll need to kind of piece everything together and get it down and know what I'm dealing with, so that my ADD doesn't run wild and I'm all over the place. I think I'm going to focus on each one of my topics at a time instead of trying to hit all of them. So I've got a handful. So I haven't decided which one I'm going to start with, but I'm going to start with one. I'll dissect that and I'll organize it. And then I think that'll set me up, at least if I can get through 2 of those this week, then at least it can set me up for next week.
Yeah.
To
So
be able to record.
one of the things I always kind of been preaching the last few weeks is to try to create some sort of downloadable. So I created one that's the 10 steps, and Sam has one that's like the badass way of life, kind of outline type thing. And then, but really what it kind of kills 2 birds with one stone. So now you're providing something of value for free that you can capture their email, right? But the other thing is it kind of organizes how you intend to help people. So then a lot of the content could be geared upon what you're mentioning in there. Like for me, there's 10 steps. So now I have 10 topics I could talk about. It just, it makes it more clear of like what I'm trying to do. And for me in particular, every post that I'm going to do is there's going to be some sort of call to action to go download that. So that way there's some sort of topic that's related to it and say, hey, you want more info on it? Go for free, just put in your email and you can get the download. And I'll go through it more when it's my turn, but it's not just to have something to give out. It's so you can make it more clear on what you're actually trying to present and how you're going to help people. Then it might organize it a little bit easier if you just figure out, hey, what can I put together that's like something, 10 pages or something quick, maybe a list or some sort of guide. What can I do? Like what from the stuff I just put together would be good to like hand out to people that will help them, then go from there.
Yeah, because I've got a lot to sort through.
Exactly. So if you could figure out how you're going to help people, how you want to help them the most. I mean, and it doesn't have to be like, maybe you have like 10 ways you want to help people, but you start with one. So like, hey, I can help them. Phase 1 is this. Then here's like a list of a few things that'll help them, and then you can build upon
Are you
there.
branding a specific like topic? Like I would have, overcome. Is that like, because that just stuck out to me, like overcome, like that's pretty broad. That can mean a lot of things.
It can, yeah.
So if I had, if you see overcome, and someone's going to go, well, overcome what? And it might intrigue them to want to look and go.
It can. So you can either drill down and make it very specific, or if you have some sort of general information, like, hey, if you're trying to overcome something challenging, here's like the 10 steps to be able to, climb that mountain or something, you know what I mean? And it's a little more
questions and answers and then deeper dives.
Yeah.
So really like 3 segments to each one of those.
So like with mine, it's just very high level. Like it's very like the very basic understanding of the 10 steps. And then if they're interested, then there's another step they could take to get more into it, but it's more like a general info.
So a little bit more vague.
A little more vague at the beginning.
A deeper dive into like, get your email.
Yeah, because literally that's what a funnel marketing is, right? It's you're getting broad and then you're going more nuanced and specific. So the first offering should be pretty damn broad, and then you're filtering and then finding the right match for whatever you want to offer.
I always thought just funnel was like just a marketing system down here. Didn't really think about it.
Yeah, that's the idea, is you capture a wide net to get them to do something, and then each like interaction with you filters them down a little bit more and more until you're matched with your perfect client or whoever you want to help at the end. And they're the ones that are ready to pay a bunch of money because they're a perfect match. That's the idea. Saul?
So I did not work on my PDF. However, I did meet with a board of directors for a nonprofit and agreed to launch a monthly educational series in finance
Okay.
surrounding credit and debt issues for those who are struggling financially right now.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So I know last time you're leaning more towards the branding of the connector, but this is
Yes.
kind of going back to the credit, which, like we were talking about before, is one of the biggest industries of influencers these days is credit repair. So it's not a bad thing, but it's you know, or you can try to blend the two somehow, you know.
Right. I'll use the forum to be able to introduce other businesses that might be of value to these people, because they'll need other things, right? If you're moving, you're going to need moving, things related to moving, for example. The idea in this particular group is, moving out of temporary housing into permanent housing.
Yeah.
So there will be other industries that could sponsor that possibly, or at least support that. But this is a way that I can at least help that group and teach on a topic that I'm known to be an expert in already.
Got it. No, that's good. That's great. Okay. So I'll kind of go over some of the stuff that I did, but I just want to go back and kind of explain, what I think, what my process is going to be. And if you guys want to piggyback off it, the whole idea is, the thing about social media is, especially when you're dealing with like short videos. So right now, a lot of things that we're focused on is trying to find discovery of new people, right? There's a lot of things that you can do that cater to your existing followers, but a lot of things that we want to do is grow the audience. So that's like creating shorts and things that gain exposure, things like that. So the tough part about it is that you can't really predict when a video is going to blow up. So, there's some stuff that I would post that I think that, oh man, this is great. This is going to be like the best video. I'm going to get so much interaction, and like it gets barely anything. Yeah. And then the ones I have like no idea, like this is a dumb video. Why am I even posting it? And then it blows up. Like on our AI one, like the one that got 30,000 views, I had no idea that like there's no reason it should have got a lot. So it's hard to predict when that's going to happen. But the problem is, if it does happen, it'd be great if you had something in place that could benefit from that. Because what you think is that, oh, like now you have all these new people, all these new followers. Now I can post stuff and all those people are going to see it again. That's not really how it works anymore. It used to, but nowadays it's based more on an algorithm than just who follows you. So you can have 1 million followers, and I'm sure you've probably seen some of these accounts out there that they have like 1 million, 2 million, 10 million followers, and their videos have like 2,000 views, 3,000 views. So it's not just like the subscribers like automatically going to see your stuff anymore. If it caters to what they're watching, then you have a higher chance of it being shown, but it's not a guarantee. So that means when something happens and you get a lot of views, you have to take control into your own hands as far as capturing some sort of info like their email, so then you can actually remarket to them. So the idea is to create some reason that they're going to give you their email when they watch your video. So hopefully if you have something that blows up to like 100,000 or 1 million views, now, instead of nothing happening, instead of just gaining maybe like, 5,000 followers, you might get 5,000 emails, which is going to be a lot more valuable, So the first step is to figure out that downloadable. And then I know some of you guys saw it, but I have here, and Sam has one too. So mine's I think 19 pages or 20 pages. Basically, it's a downloadable. Ascend in 10 steps. That my opinion, and I see kind of what works is like if you put a number, like 10 steps, 5 steps, 6 things, it seems more consumable. But like it's easier for them to want to take a look at it. Because if it's vague, they don't know if it's going to be 200 pages or if they don't know if it's going to be a page. You know what I mean? So at least if you say like 5 steps, and they're like, oh, I can spend the time to read 5 things, then it might get better conversion. But I want to get as many people to download this as possible, because when we're talking about the funnel, it is broad as far as what it is, but if they're interested in what I'm talking about, there's a way that they can drill down and take it to the next level. So in my case, I have an online community that they can join, or they can just schedule a one-on-one consult if they want to do one-on-one coaching of some sort. But that being said, there needs to be a landing page. So I'm going to share this. Let's see. So this is basically a landing page for the 10 steps. So I'm going to put this link in my bio on all my socials. And then pretty much in every single video, there's going to be some sort of call to action to check out the link in the bio. So they can download it here. This is basically, let's see. So you can get it free now, but it's basically information on what they're going to be getting. And it's kind of a sales page to get the free PDF. Once they put their name, their email, and then there's a code. Basically, I'm making it so they have to have a code. So there'll be a code in each one of these. They could click download and download the PDF. So pretty straightforward. And then the other thing that I put together too, and this doesn't have to happen right away, but I suggest it, is just your own branded for yourself, your own website. So mine is just my name, but I have a shortened version, JAYKIT, jaykit.com. So there's a,
Oh, cool.
yeah, so basically a website, and it has the work with me, but also, just meet you. It has the different communities and the programs that I do, one-on-one coaching, then my books, they can register for it, and then podcast episodes. But essentially it's, how come it's in pop-up? Let's see, I'm going to reload it. So at the beginning, when they first get to it, it's going to ask them if they want to download the handbook here too. So the guide. So I'm trying to collect their email everywhere I go. So that's kind of the name of the game. So let's see. Yeah, so basically the idea is, once I have these things in place, and I know that wherever I send them, there's something in place to try to capture their email. So the next phase is to do the whole podcast circuit or guest blogging or things like that, which is, once you have exactly what you want to talk about, you have something in place that can help people. Now it's to try to get onto podcasts that have the correct audience and try to get your message out there. So this is where we're talking about, like, the book being leverage, because podcasts, when they just say, hey, I'm a credit consultant and I help people with their credit. Well, there's a dime a dozen of people that do that, right? But now in it, they say, hey, I'm a best-selling author and a credit consultant. This is how I help people. It just gets them on their radar a little bit more. Really, it's just because selfish interest. They want to have quality quality guests on their podcast, but also they're hoping that you're going to draw people to attention to their podcast as well, right? Mm-hmm. So that kind of stuff, and like what you're focused on and the things that you build in a one sheet. So that's the next phase for me, is once I start posting this, I'm going to do a one sheet to get on those podcasts, to lead them to my stuff, either to the free download or just visit my website, but that's going to pop up right at the beginning, to capture their email. Yeah, that's the next phase, is to start posting. So I know we were talking about this, Sam, that a big part of doing this is the engagement group, right? Yeah. So I think we'll probably utilize the app, to be honest. I'll probably set something in app form that'll at least remind people to check when things are posted. Okay. I know some other engagement groups, they'll actually post a link to what they posted so they can have direct access. So like, for example, if it's a IG post, you can always share the post. So you could share it in the app so people could click and click directly to it so they can go straight to, which post you're talking about. But the idea is we're all supporting each other. So first, following each other, and then commenting, liking, sharing the posts that we're trying to have promoted within the group. So it's sometimes better to do it that way, because maybe Sam, like, will post like a personal things like, oh, my kid scored a goal at soccer or whatever. That's not necessarily the one we want the engagement group to be promoting. But then it could be like whatever one we want to promote, we could post in that forum and everybody can help each other. So I think that would be a good plan. Yeah.
So I regularly see, click on the link in my bio, or here's the link in a picture that's posted on it. Neither one of them is clickable. So I could save the picture, and then I can go copy from the saved picture the link that they want me to go to, or I can go to their bio and then, try to click it there. I mean, if they just put it in the comments, I could probably just click on a comment and copy and paste and not have to go to a second place. So that is annoying to me. I think I don't know.
So most platforms, link in bio usually allows a hyperlink into it, right? So that's actually usually the easiest way to do it, is a link in bio, depending on what platform. So it's either my content's gonna be pretty generically saying check the link in the bio, just to make it like people will know, just go to the bio and click the link type thing. And it should be clickable, where they click it and it'll actually take them to the page. Yeah, it's so depending. Like, for example, if you're on TikTok, you only can do that once you have 1,000 followers. The links are not clickable in the bio until you have 1,000 followers. And then if you have something like, if you have Instagram, sometimes the easiest way is they have ManyChat is a software you can use, where I'm sure you've seen it. Somebody says, hey, mention the word, Saul, and then I'll send you something, you know what I mean? So it's all automated type thing. Some people like make jokes out of it. I don't know if you've seen it. Like someone, I don't know. It's like I forgot like what people do. One of them, I think Hormozy or somebody said like, put in the word like grow or something like that, and then it would say stupid stuff like just use your imagination, but use the word grow in it, and then it'll always auto reply, oh thanks, hey, I just sent you a DM or something. So there's people that mess with that, but it tends to work pretty good. So that's a method too. But for me, I'm mostly going to focus on link in bio. But for the reason is that at the beginning, I'm going to be probably posting the same content on all the platforms. So that's kind of a universal way to do it until later. And then, when I have like more stake in like a particular platform and I'm going to do content specifically for that, I'll probably change it up. But at the beginning, I'm just going to do link in bio for all of them. Well, I could show you one here. So I showed Sam this morning. Here's a sample of, let's see. So this is an AI generated video. And you guys could, if you're interested in this kind of stuff, I can show you how to do it. It's pretty simple. Like it doesn't require any editing and things like that. But
what if I told you
here
there was a handbook that explained the meaning of life?
So I'm sure you've seen some of these videos.
There was a handbook that explained the meaning of life, not just life, but the hidden blueprint to unlock the godlike power buried inside you. A power so immense, they've spent centuries keeping it from you. Why? Because if you knew the truth, you'd never be controlled again. They need you. They need you distracted. The question is, do you want to stay ordinary? If the answer is yes, don't click the link in the bio.
So,
how does the same voice seem to be on everything?
Well, because AI has a series of, like, they have a collection of voices that are created for AI. I mean, there's probably like hundreds of them, but some of them sound better than others, so they use it. You
It
reuse
seems
it.
like the same one.
It's like the same voice over and over. Yeah.
People like buy that voice or what?
Yeah, well, if you use that software, so that software is called StoryShort.ai. It's a pretty popular because they show you what the popular voices are, so you can use that. But it's it's a way to create other types of content that they call it faceless content. You can literally build one of those within like a couple minutes.
Actually, I just saved not just like about a month ago, I watched, it was about an hour and it was a guy on YouTube. I have it saved step by step how to do a faceless YouTube channel.
Yeah. So
very interesting.
it's it's interesting. It's a good thing to try, but for what I'm trying to do, it kind of incorporates what some of the other content I'm going to do, because I'm basically splitting it off with almost like a spam channel and then my normal channel where I'm just going to be blasting that type of content all over and over. So a lot of it's going to be trial and error. So I mean, whatever works,
So
I'll let you
am I
guys
going to
know.
use like I have like DerekGutierrez.net. So am I going to want to use that as like my main platform, or is just a landing page just doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where it is. It's really the content matters. People don't pay as much attention to the domain if it's just like getting like a free download or something like that. They just want to make sure it's like legit, that it's not coming from some like weird site. But later on for branding, you can kind of brand that web page. But at the beginning, I don't think it really matters. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of the progression. It's just, create something where they can just go to download something, get your email, then try to get all over the place to get discovery, even outside of just social, Sam, before you fall asleep, you got anything?
No, I mean, I was thinking about the call to action portion of the content. So for the short film, for the shorts videos that I've been filming, I didn't really include like call to action in terms of, hey, follow the link in bio, but maybe I can add it in a graphic way, like as a text towards the end of the film. Or I'm just trying to think, when you post a video, you're allowed to, type in some sort of a description, right?
Yeah.
So which one will be more effective? That's what I was kind of thinking. Like, hey, like I'm gonna, for example, one topic is about stopping lazy, and then I'm gonna write like 2-3 sentences about stopping lazy, and then call to action with the link, or the actual short video, which will be about 30 seconds long. Should I just include the text message towards the end of the video as it fades out to black? I mean, I was kind of thinking about like different approaches.
Yeah. So I remember there was like this online course a long time ago that they had some sort of data that showed that if you added that follow or like subscribe now, this is for YouTube, like long form stuff. Like if you added it in the middle of it or the end, it actually proved that more people subscribed and followed, because like some people just take action. They see it like, oh yeah, I should do that, and they just click. Some people are the opposite. I'm like, I'm not gonna do what you say, screw you. You know what I mean? There's gonna be that too. But at the end of the day, there was more people that subscribed because they added it in there. I do it because I'm afraid of going viral. So I, for a while I was I still kind of do it, but I was consulting for social, and I had one guy that I was working with. I think I told you the story where he had one video that went viral, and we didn't put anything in place to capture the audience aside from just trying to get follows and likes organically. And he had like literally like 1,000 views, 2,000 views, 1,000 views, and then 1 million views the next freaking video. And there was a lost opportunity for sure. Like, so at least if there is, like, in the AI videos that I post, I always ask at the end, follow for your daily AI news, just in case. And it worked, because that one video that got a lot of views and expecting, it gained 700 subscribers just from that one video. So like without it, I don't think you would have got that many. You know what I mean? It's because if they watched all the way that far, they're already invested and they'll follow. So at least in the text, at least in the description, say, follow for more badass, if you want to be badass, follow me for more tips or something like that, it could be like that in just the description itself. Or yeah, like you said, you could put some sort of, like the way I do it, with a little sticker that has like an animation of like subscribing.
Yeah.
You could do
Okay.
something like that. Yeah.
I can think of something. Yeah. I think those videos are already done, so I don't want to redo them.
Yeah, you can write it in the description,
Yeah,
at least.
I'll try to include as I fade it as a video fades out to black. I can kind of like put something like in your face size, like hey, whatever, like some sort of a big call to action, so people won't miss.
Yeah. I mean, you could do what I'm kind of my little catchphrase is, if you want to stay mediocre, don't click the link in the bio. So I'm telling them, like, don't do it. Like, it's opposite.
Take away clothes.
Yeah. If you want to stay mediocre, don't click the link in the bio. Right. That was what was, it's all those little short videos. So yeah, it may be something I'll just like write in the description or something on the other videos. Or create some sort of end card that says that. But yeah.
Because that's the idea, right? Is you're trying to create, you don't just want followers, you want their email addresses, you want them to interact with you somehow.
Absolutely, because we can't guarantee that even if they follow, they're going to see our content ever again. So something that we could control is by capturing that. But that's the next step. It's like a funnel again. The easy thing is to like something. Then the next phase is they follow you. The next phase they give you your email. Then the next phase they schedule something with you. I mean, it's the funnel system. So, and with email, we can promote some bunch of stuff. Like if you tell them, hey, here's 5 tips to how to increase your credit score in like 90 days, and you did that. Literally, if you got like a few hundred emails, you can easily try to give them more tips, but also at the end of all the tips, like, hey, if you want to work with me one-on-one to help build your credit, click here, right? So now it's a business. Now you can actually make money from social. That's what we're trying to do in the long run,
Because I mean, us posting is supposed to serve a purpose.
Yes.
It's not just for the sake of, hey, we're making cool videos. I mean, we're not making like cat videos chasing laser dots, right? So we're actually, we want to be intentional about, hey, by me posting this, I'm giving you a very short content that is also valuable to you. And if you want to find more about it, then you can click on the link, and then there's even further things that I can provide, and that can lead to another one and another one, eventually version of some sort.
Yeah, the way I see it is that you get to choose your brand, right? You get to choose what your brand is. Like you are the badass CEO, okay? No matter what you write, I'm the badass CEO. People are like, okay, whatever, right?
Yeah.
The social media is now the way you validate that brand. So the things that you say in the video, the persona that you are in the video, as people get to know you, if you embody that brand, then now they believe you. Okay, this guy's a badass CEO. That's his brand. So you're validating it through the social, building your brand. But now once people say, okay, cool, I like your brand, I want to take the next step, like, because whatever that may be, get to know you more, work with you somehow, there should be some sort of way. And the easiest way is like, hey, I'll give you my email. So now I'll get more stuff from you via email. And then it just keeps leading down the road. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So I have a general question, not specific to any one of us, but Jay, you are good at building websites, and you already know the know-hows of technical stuff, right?
Before you say that,
yeah,
I forgot to mention those websites were built in minutes with AI.
Okay.
You just showed us.
The ones that I just showed you. Some of them, the thing that took a while is for me to find like the right pictures in the videos to like give it. But the building itself, the first one took a while because AI is not good yet to correct it. But once I corrected it, I could give it a base of that works. And then now I could do it in minutes. So if you guys need a website, it's literally can be minutes, because with Grok, So both of those websites, and I'll present it again real quick.
Hmm.
So I'll show you. This is like literally, okay. So I built. So this is the 10 steps to download the PDF, right?
Yeah.
I also built the actual. This is for the group to if you want to join the group. Okay, so information on the group. There's
Yeah.
also this one I haven't put all the pictures in yet, but this is the sales page for Break the Locks. Even with like you can buy the courses and everything on here. So and my own personal website.
So Grok built all this for you?
Grok built all of it, and in a day, one day.
Okay.
So like websites and stuff, like there's no excuse anymore. Like
Maybe we should do one of these as show us how you did that, and then that way we can just piggyback, and then we can go home and maybe see how you did it.
for sure.
Is this a WordPress or what did you use?
No, it's straight. So that's the thing. I'm starting to realize because WordPress, I've used it for years.
Yeah.
It's good. It makes websites fast to build, but it's kind of a pain long term because it's like it's like there's 100 developers involved with WordPress because you build the base. There's plugins from this company and plugins from that company. So like they all have to update, and sometimes they don't talk to each other, and the security thing. And since it's open source too, people know how to hack it. So now you got to do another security update. So I was like, there's a lot of things involved with updating that. Why not just have AI just build the site from scratch? Because the only reason people use WordPress or what they call a CMS, content management system, is to make it easy for them to be able to change what's on the website.
Yeah.
But right now, if I were to keep the file, upload it to Grok, which takes like 2 seconds, upload it to Grok and say like, hey, instead of, for the events thing, change the event from March to April 15th and add this. And then you click the button and it'll spit out the new version and you just upload it and it's done.
So it's just like HTML and CSS?
HTML, which is the best because that'll load the fastest and it's the cleanest and it's hackable. But it's all straight HTML, nothing dynamic anymore because Grok could write the whole thing.
Wow.
You pay for Grok?
Yeah, I have the paid version. It's probably, I think it's going more expensive, right, for the premium, $50 a month or
the
something.
Super Grok.
Super Grok, but I think I don't have that yet. I don't know what I have, but I have.
Like I think you have Premium Plus with X.
Yeah.
I have just not the Plus version. The one that I have is just Premium. But even for the even if you don't have any X account, you can still use Grok for free. But there's a cap on how many questions or inquiries you can type in within a given hour.
Yeah. So here, check this out.
That's what happened to me last week when I was doing all mine. Like when I got to the one last critical question, they like stopped after.
Yeah. Wait 1 more hour.
I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were getting hacked and they had all these problems and all this stuff, but it started working again pretty good recently.
Yeah.
But I'll show you like real quick.
So is it just all HTML code and then you take that?
Yeah, I mean there is some learning curve because if you know like how to code and you know what to do with it, then obviously it saves a lot of time. But it's there's a way to do it so you can see it. Let me see if I could do something really interesting here.
Yeah, didn't one of your posts say that most people who do programming and coding are going to be
absolutely
90% of them next year?
It's going to be done. So these are some files that I just okay. So this is just the basic website files that it made for me earlier. So I say, based on this, make changes so it doesn't look exact. Make it white background. Create the content for Badass CEO. Is obviously you can change this to whatever you want. Perseverance, hard work, etc. Create the HTML and I'm just doing this. So I think if I do this all in one file, can you guys see it, by the way?
Yeah.
Can't quite make out all the words.
Okay, let's hold on. No, that's not going to work.
Spitting the
So
code
it's
line.
spitting out the code, and this will probably take a second. Grok's a little slow sometimes, but you'll see very basic what it comes up with within a few minutes. Come on, Grok.
I'm Grok.
Go, Grok.
I'm Grok.
All right. Well, while we're waiting for that,
Yeah.
any other questions or anything, or what's the plan for next week?
So I want to try this thing. Is it just so to implement the HTML that I received from Grok, what is needed? Like I need a domain name first, right? And then do I need a separate hosting service?
Yeah, you need like a hosting service to put it on there. I mean, again, for you guys, if you want to piggyback off what we're doing, you can use our server. We could just put it on there, But if you want your own, yeah, you just need a basic hosting service, and you need a domain that points to it. That's pretty much it. The way I do it, it's a little more complicated because I'm storing stuff in database and because I want to be able to remarket to all that stuff. So but it's not super difficult. It'll give you instructions on how to create the database, and there's like 3 files that you have to upload. But if you want to do it in straight HTML, which I'm trying to get it to do right now, which it did, it looks like literally, if it did anything. So it created this real quickly. So I don't know if you guys could see it.
Yeah.
But
I think
you're supposed to go here. There's supposed to be some sort of video here. This is where you would
Yeah.
set the video. It has grit, pass, partners, and because I based it on the one I already had. So it created the content, badass pass, 10-week badass blueprint. Because this was
Just showed it over on that right hand side right there.
yeah, and this is what it does. And then basically you could tell it like make it black, round, and look more modern. Choose icons that fit.
It has icons too.
Yeah, because there's web icons that are like open source, so you can have it do that. So we'll wait for that for a second, and you'll see what it does. But I show you the process. You just talk to it and like, hey, I don't like that top part. It looks too big. Make it look smaller. Hey, I don't like the font. Make the fonts bigger. It'll just spit it out.
Well, they're right, man. Web developers the website people are going to be done.
Yeah, so what they're saying right now is coders are done. Developers are going to be happy. So developers are more like somebody who architects the whole idea of like a app or a software and puts everything together. But the piece by piece, like somebody who's coding the website, who's coding this, they're done. Like there's no reason to use it. Even our developers, like that we have on our offshore, they're probably 3 or 4 times more efficient than they were just like a year ago, because they're utilizing AI.
Yeah,
So,
I can see that.
Yeah, so everything is much quicker. It's like, oh, I gave him this task, probably take him a week to do it. And it's like 2 days later, hey, I'm done. You have anything else? Like, damn, seriously?
Yeah.
But it's because stuff like this. And Grok's not even like they have AI platforms that are built specifically for coding. Grok is just Grok. It's just because I use it, so I've been messing with it. But so far out of the more mainstream ones, between like Gemini and Meta and ChatGPT, Grok's been the best for coding so far that I've seen, just out of the box. So now, yeah, so I did that, and then we can see now. Look, it made it black,
Oh, look at that.
and then
The font.
look at the fonts are different. I
Wow.
don't see any icons though, but
Still, that's amazing.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. But what you can do is like if you were to feed it the PDF that you create, it can literally create like a whole thing and just say, hey, I don't want to give the whole gist of it, but give them an outline, and it could create a website on that. You know, there's a lot you can do. Like if you have a good like business plan, like these are the people I'm trying to target, this is how I can help them, this is what I charge, this is what I want to do, and you can feed it in there and it could create you the whole site. And you can tell it, make sure you model the most effective websites that are out there. Oh, you know what it is? It's because I think the icons don't show the preview. I just remembered. So if I were to copy this and put it into like a web browser, it would I mean like a web thing, it would show.
Shoot, we had already put your pricing in there too, Sam. $2,000 for Lone Wolf, $9.99 for War Room.
But you see how like it even like changed the vernacular, like it make it like hardcore, like lock in instead of like buy now. You know, like it made
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. I mean, it's just gonna get better from here. But yeah, there's no excuse anymore where I can't put this stuff together. You know, especially like even your PDF. Like how much AI did you use for your PDF?
So my PDF is about five step in a ladder sort of a thing.
Yeah.
And I just gave it an outline. Hey, here is what I have in mind. The different levels of commitment, pretty much. One is I can't blank. Second one is I can blank. Third one is I should blank. Fourth one is I will blank. And the fifth one and final one is I did blank. So that's like the idea of moving from can't to can to should to will to did. So that's like a progression of getting something done, you know? So I just gave that outline to Grok and then, hey, create me 8 to 10 page document. This is my intention is to use it, blah, blah, blah. And then it just like spit out the text. And then I just copy paste the text to Adobe Express, which is similar to Canva, but that's my preferred platform. And I just added some simple graphic icons and pictures. And then, so it took me probably less than 30 minutes to put together a first draft. And then it was just a matter of tweaking the graphics and colors and stuff. One thing I want to share is that because Grok in particular remembers only the materials from that specific thread you're typing, when you start a new chat with Grok, it doesn't remember the other stuff that you already had communicated with it. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So what I have is that I create a Word document. I just call it Badass COO one sheet. So that one sheet has a summary of what my personal brand is and who my target audience is. And then the second page of that, I guess it's not technically a one sheet then. The second page is that includes my what I call Badass COO manifesto. So if you read those 2 pages, you have a really good idea of what my intention is with the personal branding. So I have the document saved somewhere on my computer, and I just grab the whole thing, copy paste it for any thread or chat I want to discuss my personal branding with Grok. Hey Grok, this is my personal brand, paste, and then I ask a specific question about my personal brand. That way, Grok has an idea of what I'm getting at. So I'm pretty sure there's a more streamlined version of doing that, but it's been working pretty well for me.
Yeah. But I mean, point being, it's going to save you a ton of time to
Yeah.
put this kind of stuff together. Like a year ago, it was a big undertaking to create like a lead magnet, get click funnels, create your whole funnel website, pay $99 a month, all that kind of stuff. With
Yeah.
AI, like a lot of it can be done like within minutes. It's pretty crazy. So this thing just finished here. So you can see it. I mean, it's not perfect, but you can always adjust it. But you can see
That's that hourglass icon, I think.
where's oh, here it is. Yeah, so you can see like grit over quit. It has like a skull, and it created these type of icons. So it, pass the power, 10-week forge yourself, badass crew,
Please save that.
badass sir. It's all these.
Everything's badass.
Yeah, but I mean, how long did I take? What barely in? I didn't even give it like the right info, like right, And it's I think it should made it mobile too. So let's try mobile. Yeah, see if you do mobile, it changes this to like the Ember icon, and it's all like it has animations. You click on each one, and it rolls. So all that stuff's all built in. I mean, minutes, right? So. Yeah, that would have taken quite a bit of time to create those 4 websites for me. Like I would have, if I built it, it would probably take me like at least, I don't know.
Damn, I spent like 2 days on my listingbetter.com through Wix.
Right? And Wix saves time. The whole idea of Wix was to save time.
Yeah, same thing with Squarespace too.
Yeah. So now the game has changed, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, but we got to leverage what we can leverage, especially for personal brand stuff. So, that's the kind of stuff we're going to be doing. But
so could I like scan? Could I like cut and paste like my stuff off the listing better site that I made, and then just dump it into that?
oh yeah. Yeah.
But I got to get the paid version though, right? Of Grok.
I think so. Yeah.
Do you just have a Grok app on your computer on your desktop? Is that what you have?
No, I just go to the website.
Or are you just an X?
No, I just go to Grok. Grok has its own website.
Oh, it does.
Grok.com. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I should know that. I have the app downloaded on my phone.
Yeah. But Grok so far, ChatGPT won't do it. The ChatGPT will give you bits and snippets and tells you like, hey, I want the whole entire code. It'll basically say like, go after yourself, like do it yourself. Like I'm giving you what you need, just paste it in yourself. So it's like annoying. But it's because it uses a ton of tokens, what they call it. It's like, I don't know how X would make money because they're spitting out so much, but I think they're just trying to get user adoption. So they probably don't care that much. So for the time being, it's doing everything, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if that many people know about it yet, to be honest, that it can do full stuff. Because a lot of times they'll tell you not to, and you just say, no, do it. And then it'll just do it. So
I had to create an ad last week, and I had a Mark Mays using his AI guy or whoever's working on his websites overseas, kept going back and forth with the different parameters I needed. Anyway, I just got an email overnight saying, oh, it's not the right format. So can I take that and give it to Grok and say, this is the format I need, and get it to change it for me? Because I think they were probably using ChatGPT or something like that.
It's an image.
It is. Well, it's for an advertisement, so it's mostly words, but it's an EPS file, I think, is what they need.
Yeah, they're still not that great on image manipulation. But you can try it. Yeah. It's almost easier. Like if you told it to do it in HTML and you screenshotted it or something, like it'd be pretty good at that. But words, for some reason, AI has a problem with AI like image generation. If you tell it to do words, like it used to be like 1% chance that it was going to spell it right. Now it's like 80% chance that it'll spell it right. It'll always misspell your stuff for some reason. So it's still not the greatest.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, I guess to wrap it up, next week Sam, are you gonna start posting, or what are we doing here?
Yeah, let's not just me. Let's shoot for
Yeah.
let's start posting a week from today, consistently. You know, let's make that our little group goal. How's that? And then meanwhile, I'm gonna work on creating the landing page and download for downloadable resources, and where I can start collecting email addresses and contact info to build my email list.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When I was talking about Go High Level, you're kind of limited on the Go High Level website builder. So that's
Yeah,
what I'm thinking. It might be, and since it's so easy with Grok, maybe it might be better to just build a static HTML with Grok that will tie into Go High Level. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I'm gonna look into that to make it so, like right now, the way I made it, it stores my stuff into a database, so I could do whatever I want with the data. But I'm sure there's a way that instead of going to the database, I can make it send to Go High Level, so we can.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can build a website outside of Go High Level without using their templates per se.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure once I have it set up, I can link on the back end of the Go High Level API to the website, and
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. It might be good. I don't know. To do something like that. All right, Saul, what's your plans for or goals that you want to try to do by next week?
So I should be able to get the answer back on when I'll start the classes. So I'll have to figure out how to, I suppose, videotape those and use snippets of that to post
Yeah.
weekly, I suppose, from that. I'll need to figure out how to do the website separate from the websites I'm currently using. I'm going to have a couple of websites with my name on them that are just dormant. I have to figure out what's going to work best. So I think I have a lot of investigation to do to get to the next step.
Yeah.
I'll play with Grok because I haven't done that yet.
Yeah.
So,
Again, if you guys need help, if you have kind of like an idea of what you want, so that's a crazy thing, right? All you need is the idea of what you want, because if you have the idea of what you want, you go into ChatGPT or Grok and say like, okay, this is my idea. Create me some content for a website. Then you take that and you say, okay, Grok, make a website out of this content. So it's stupid actually. Nowadays it's really crazy. Derek, what's your plan for this week?
I'm gonna go hiking. And,
Take a bunch of pictures and go live stream.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think what I'm gonna do, like I said, is my main thing was just getting a lot of information. Now I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna sort through it. I'm gonna hone it down. I'm gonna just pick 2 because I think, like I said, I've got 10, 15 questions. I've got answers to all of those, and then I've got deeper dive into those answers kind of on a broader level. So I think either I may even just choose one. I'll get
How many pages? How many pages do you think it is?
of everything that I have.
Yeah, the stuff that you just showed me, like the stuff that you created, like how many pages do you think it is?
50 plus, 60, 75, maybe more. Like each one is probably, well, shoot, I could tell you actually.
Because one thing you can do is if you can feed, maybe if ChatGPT can't take all those files, maybe just create a list of all the topics and then tell it, I'm trying to create a lead capture. I want to have a free offer to capture emails. What information packet can I create based on this information that'll give me the most results or be the most effective to entice people to give me the email? And it'll probably give you like, hey, you should create a PDF with these topics because these will appeal to the most people. And then from there, you could say, okay, like now, based on the information I'm giving you, make me that PDF, and it'll literally make you the PDF.
Yeah. Okay. Can you email me that? Because my ADD just missed all of that.
Yeah. Well, you're here, so I'll show you how to do it.
Yeah. Like I've got just in this one, the field of special needs child development. That's just 9 pages all by itself. Now, granted, it's probably like double spaced.
Are they on a Google Drive?
That's how it's showing up. Yeah. I emailed them to myself through Google because I didn't have enough time to save them on a drive.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I was kind of rushing to get over here, and so I was just like, "Screw it! I'm just going to email."
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. But I think AI could do that whole for you and choose for you what to do. Because actually for me too, like if you notice there's a lot of crap going on my website. So on my website, I have my Ascend to Elite community, the Break the Locks program, one-on-one coaching. I have the books, I have the podcasts, I have Mentor Soft and Mentor Makerspace, I have the kindness games, but it organized it in a way where it made sense. You know what I mean? So that was with the help of AI too. Like organize it in a way where it did it. It's like, hey, you want to work with me? You can either join one of my communities. You could check out the businesses I offer. Hey, philanthropy, if you want to give back, you could do the kindness games. Oh, you want to learn some stuff from stuff. Here's some podcasts. Here's some books. Like it organized it so it's not like crazy, right? So that's one thing it could do too, is like help you sift through all that stuff. Yeah, so you can kind of, if you have I wish Scotty was here, because if you he better watch this, I'll make him watch it. But literally, if you're kind of unsure, if you're unsure on what to focus on because you have a lot of things, I think AI is really good because it knows what probably would appeal and give you the most bang for your buck. It's not just
for me.
Yeah, it's not just what I think people would want. It can literally see the data, what's out there, what gets interaction, and tell you these are the things that will give you the most interaction. So these are probably what people are searching for the most. So these are the things that will probably resonate with the most people. So it can help you with that information that can help you decide,
Yeah, because there's so many, mine's so broad,
No, I know. So, but I think so we'll do it right now when we get off. We'll try it out and then we'll give the results later. But yeah, for me, I'm on. Yeah, we'll post. I'll set up something so we can all just at least log in and see each other's posts to like it. But we'll start posting. Yeah, next week. Sounds good. I'll have everything ready. Yeah, we'll try to get a landing page and stuff for you for your download too by then, so you can start posting.
Yeah, I'm gonna play around with it. I just pulled it up right now as we were doing that. So it looks like I could sign in with.
Yeah.
It looks like I can sign in with X.
So yeah, I guess we'll call it unless any of you guys have any more questions or anything.
That's good. I got a call I got to make.
Yeah, sounds good. But anybody watching that's not a part of this, feel free to reach out. You can be a part of this and do what we're doing, and then grow together. All right, guys.
Cool. Sounds good, man. Thanks.
All right.
Peace out.